is going on YouTube? It is Hopsicle and King Assassin here today.
What's going on, guys?
And today, guys, we have a different kind of video for you guys. Something we've never quite done before, although the past couple of videos me and Assassin have done together, we haven't really quite done it either. But today is special because we have something other than COD news for you guys. We have Star Wars Battlefront news for you guys. That is a game I have never once talked about on my channel. I'm not even sure. I know Assassin talked about it on his channel, I think, at one point. Right?
No, I don't think I have. I'm not sure. No, I don't think I have.
Okay, well, anyway, then neither of us have talked about this game. But anyway, that's because this game is coming out brand new this year. Sometime this year, we do not have an official release
Closer
date.
to the end of the year, I'd say probably November or December.
Probably around the same time Call of Duty is coming out, around that area. But we got a buttload of news, rumored news, coming from a website that's been very known to be accurate with its news info. And since me and Assassin are pretty good friends on YouTube, we figured we'd give you guys a bit of a dual live comm, basically just discussing this news and sharing it with you guys. So, hope you guys are ready. Sassable, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's do this. So basically, the first off news we got. By the way, this is all from a website called MakingStarWars.net. So if you guys have ever heard of that, you might know it's known to be accurate with news and a lot of sources.
One other thing to point out still, though, is that all this information could end up just being completely incorrect because it is all just a rumor at the moment.
Correct. All right, so let's hop into it. So basically, they say the story of Star Wars Battlefront campaign will span pretty much the entire Star Wars saga, which is a good thing, and that's what we all thought. You will participate in a couple. I'm just gonna summarize. It is a very long article with a bunch of boring parts of it, but it's very long.
We'll leave a link in the description down below to the full thing.
Right, and I'm just summarizing the major parts. So basically, you participate in a couple battles from Star Wars: The Clone Wars, which you guys know is a television series. I'm not too happy about that. I'm not sure where that's gonna go. And the space battle above Coruscant, I hope I said that right, from the beginning of the Revenge of the Sith movie, which was an amazing battle in space, one of the coolest ones yet.
Yeah.
So I'm really glad those couple battles are going to be in there. Hopefully the Clone Wars one, I'm not quite sure I'm a fan of the Clone Wars, because it was kind of a rip-off of the original, but
I've never even watched it. Like, I just simply never cared about it.
I watched it when it came on TV on Saturday.
They made a film about it originally before the TV series, I think, actually. Yeah. There was like a film. I didn't watch that either because it just looked so incredibly terrible.
It's a cartoon and it doesn't look very good. But so yeah, that's that. Hopefully they'll play the Coruscant battle a lot better. So the majority of the campaign will take place during the original trilogy area, you know, the first 6 movies that ever came out. All the battles and settings...
Wait, I think when it says original trilogy, actually, it means like the episode 4, 5, and 6, actually.
Oh, right. You're right about that. I didn't think of that. So yeah, original trilogy. So that'd be episode 4, 5, and 6, you know, the ones that first came out in the 70s and the 80s. Those are going to be the majority of the campaign. All the battles and settings that you expect to be playable will be playable. It's said that the campaign itself is very long when compared to other first-person shooters like Advanced Warfare.
That excites me a lot.
Battlefield. You know, any first-person shooter. Evolve. I think Evolve had a campaign, right? Dying Light.
I think it did. I'm not sure.
Dying Light was a first-person shooter, right?
Yep.
Is a first-person shooter. All right. So yeah, all the first-person shooter campaigns consider this one to be way longer. There will be some segments of the campaign which take place between Return of the Jedi and The Force Awakens, which everyone knows. The Force Awakens is the new Call of Duty coming out.
Call of Duty?
I mean, crap. New Star Wars game coming out this year.
Film.
The Force Awakens. So there are going to be segments of the campaign between that and the time period in which The Force Awakens. So there don't... It also goes in to say there won't be a lot of because in their words, Lucasfilm has a lot of plans for that era. Again, talking about The Force Awakens, there will not be much info on The Force Awakens.
So basically, supposedly this game will be coming out apparently before the film does. Yes. So because of that, apparently there won't be much stuff to do with The Force Awakens, but there may be 1 or 2 teasers that will, you know, potentially get people excited for the new film, which will be coming out like a month or so later after it.
Right. So don't expect anything too revealing because the game is expected to ship out a month before, like he said. The scale multiplayer is going to be huge, way bigger than anything I've ever seen in any game before. 64 players on each team, not the whole game, not the whole team. Each side is 64 people. It's gonna be a legit clone war, like happening, like all 120 people in one game. That is massive.
Sounds insane.
That server size has got to be fucking it's got to be huge. You guys get my point. That's fucking insane. Anyway, the space to land battles are absolutely happening, but will only be available in certain game modes. This is one of the coolest.
This is probably like the main thing which really excites me. The fact that you're going to be able to go like from on the land on the planets to just going straight into space battle in the same game. And I think that's why they're having 64 players on each team, because obviously if there's the whole of the space battles and also the land battles going on, then obviously you're going to need to have a lot of players in there. So it's going to be really cool to have lots of people fighting in space while also on the planet at the same time.
I know, it sounds absolutely amazing. The fact that I've always watched Star Wars movies and always wanted to play something like that, but the fact that they're making space land battles is just making this 100%, 10 times cooler than anything I can think of. And there is also apparently a checklist that the department heads can go through to see what's been complete, what's been bug tested, etc. It was basically just a black screen with lines and lines of text posts, comments and suggestions under each post. What's most interesting was the thing that was listed. If you are a big Star Wars fan, you probably know what it is, basically. A lot of stuff you expect to see in this game, like Hoth equals episode 5, Endor equals episode 6, Alderaan, Coruscant, I can't think if I'm saying that name right, but
Coruscant.
Coruscant. God, I knew I wasn't saying it right. And then Yavin, episode 4, or Yavin. There was nothing major about it, but except for one listing that the person saw, Tatooine, episode 1, 4, and 7. That means episode 7, The Force Awakens, the new Star Wars is coming out, movie that's coming out this year. They're going to be doing something with Tatooine in it.
So Tatooine will be a planet that's involved in the new Star Wars film, according to this. I'm trying to think, was Tatooine even in episode 4? Oh yes, it was. That was in the original film. I remember now. Yeah.
Right. Very first one. Now, like this website said, it's not concrete evidence that the desert planet from The Force Awakens Tatooine, but I thought it was interesting because I know there was some debate about that subject. The guy goes on to say, seems like a lot to take in, but if this list is even a fraction correct, then Star Wars fans are going to be very happy when it releases. So, I know I haven't played a Star Wars Battlefront game in eons, but I know there's at least 2 out right now, or 3.
Yeah, there's two games that were originally released on PC. There are a few ones that were on the PSP. I know I've played that, and also like DS as well. There's a lot of mobile games I think they made on it, which weren't great. But like the main proper hardware games, Battlefront games were on PC, and you can get them on Steam.
Yeah, I actually have. You guys are watching gameplay from Star Wars Battlefront 2 currently. As we've been reading over this list, I have never played Battlefront 2 on this computer. My dad used to have it on a very old PC, like 10 years ago. I think I played it one time. I had no idea what I was doing, but I've always been interested. I'm a big Star Wars fan. I've watched it ever since I was 7 years old, and I could understand what was happening. And I've been watching the entire movie series over and over till I was like 12. I got out of it for a while, but ever since all this new Star Wars information has come back, it's kind of jogged memories, and I just can't wait for this game. First of all, this game sounds effing amazing. If any of this is true, it's going to be amazing. And especially the space land battles. I mean, what? Like, that's insane. Going from shooting a guy on the ground to hopping in a spaceship and blasting a fucking rocket into another spaceship in 10 seconds. That sounds so cool. Obviously, it's going to be more, interactive than that, but if any of this is true in this article, that's gonna be crazy. What we can hope for is there an official press release last year that indicated more news would drop spring of 2015, which begins in March, and GDC March 2nd through 6th. And the GDC March 2nd through 6th is just around the corner, and EA and DICE like to reveal games, aka Battlefield 4, there. And if you guys didn't know, EA and DICE are making Star Wars Battlefront, whatever this one's called. A lot of people are saying it's rumored to be linked to The Force Awakens, like we've talked about. A lot of people are also saying there's not going to be much information concerning the fact that this game's coming out before the movie, if that's true. So, Assassin, any final thoughts?
Well, I can't wait until they properly announce the game with proper gameplay. Obviously, last year at E3 they didn't show too much. They showed a kind of behind-the-scenes video of what they got so far, where they showed a few seconds of like not even proper gameplay. So obviously, if the game's coming out this year, then I look really forward to all the big gaming events going on this year, like E3 and Gamescom and stuff, because obviously it's going to be a huge thing there, because obviously they'll be showing like actual gameplay and stuff, so that's going to be really amazing. So we'll get our first bits of gameplay then. I think we're both actually going to be doing like series closer to the time of the release. I know I'm going to be starting up a series where like I'll probably be bringing news updates on this game closer to when it releases, like after it's actually been properly announced for this year with its gameplay and stuff. I'll probably just be like bringing news updates and stuff on it, which would be really awesome. But yeah, really exciting stuff.
Yeah, like you said, like Hopsicle said, this is the first video of me and at least my and Hopsicle's series of updates and information that we're gonna be bringing with Star Wars, the next Battlefront, whatever it's called. I know it's gonna. I'm guessing it's gonna be called Battlefront 3. Somebody has said. I think
no idea. I think a lot of people have said that. I think it's just not going to be called like have a number on the end, because it's just going to be kind of like in a way just like a redo of like the original ones, like in a more modern way. So apparently it might not have like a end like number or anything, but I don't know.
So yeah, like I said, this is gonna be the first start. I'm gonna be updating these news just like I do with Advanced Warfare. Whenever news comes out, I'm gonna start following certain people in order to get the news as fast as possible to you guys. But yeah, so get ready for some awesome Star Wars Battlefront content coming soon. I'm really happy about this game. I cannot wait to play Star Wars Battlefront, whatever it's called, if it is called anything else. Hopsicle, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem.
Let me know in the comments down below what you guys think. Are you guys gonna get this game when it comes out? Do you enjoy Star Wars at all? If you don't, then this probably had nothing to do for you. But if you did, leave a comment down below and leave a like. Thank you guys so much for watching. Go check out Hopsicle's channel down in the description below. Leave a like, hit subscribe. My name's Hopsicle. I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.
Alright.